the former champ.
Put an exclamation point on that performance with that right hand. Beautiful performance from Sergey Kovalev. And great job by Buddy McGirt.
Excellent job. Excellent job by Buddy McGirt. His first time working with Kovalev as he's gone through the trainers in recent years. And I think you hit on a lot of the points. Good amount of it was the mental side. Yeah. We know about the conditioning that was necessary, but he reset him a bit.
My bad, wrong one.
He made him believe again. You know, Buddy McGirt, I had an opportunity to work with him. I brought him in for a few days, and he said, Tim, I want to get you back doing.
Kovalev boxed great. He boxed great. He's back. He should have his title back. Shout out to Buddy McGirt, you know, but he's had some help. The allegations against Kovalev of being a woman beater, I have my opinions on it, and I got to be honest with you, it doesn't look good. However, from what I'm seeing, it looks like, you know, it may be settled out of court. He needed this win. This was a big wake-up call for him and for his life. There was an incident that took place back in June, allegedly. He fought Eleider Alvarez for the first time back in August. The commentators, most notably Timothy Bradley, was hinting at, you know, well, kept talking about how, you know, and Kovalev has said it himself, and even John David Jackson, when I talked to him a while ago, was talking about how Kovalev overtrains. But if that is true, with the overtraining, and along with, if it's true, those allegations, because he was arrested back in June. Going into this fight, can you see why he you know, probably got knocked out and why he wasn't, you know, mentally the same? Look at Watson there. Is it Eleider Alvarez, a top-ranked fight? No, Al Heyman fighter, right? What is Watson doing there? Look at them hugging him. They're happy for him. I mean, honestly, I'm happy for him. Let's turn it up. Listen to the cards.
At the Star in Frisco, Texas, we go to the.
But if that shit is true here, woman beater.
Are in agreement. We have a unanimous decision.
He's fucking
here
finished.
We're
gonna slaughter him.
Judges at ringside: Levi Martinez and Jesse Reyes both scored the bout 116 to 112. Judge at ringside Lisa Jampa sees it at 120 to 108. All three in favor of the winner. Regaining his title, now the three-time WBO light heavyweight champion of the world, Sergey Crusher Kovalev.
Let's mute and listen to the post-fight interview when they begin it. You know, like I said, like, I'm happy for him, but it's hard to be like happy for him if that shit is true. Mainstream media, you know, for some reason is not really talking about it. ESPN, Mark Kriegel has touched on it. And, you know, obviously, you know, they want to keep like the distraction away, I guess. You know, Eleider Alvarez, obviously, you know, emotional after losing his title. You know, in his first title defense. You know, Kovalev looked good. Like we saw, like Kovalev, I've always said he's a great boxer. He was a very underestimated boxer. That first round, oh no, what are they doing? Oh no, Lord. Hold on. God damn it, they're getting this free advertising in my... But we saw in the first Ward fight that, you know, and the second one, Kovalev can box. It's just that, you know, like they were saying, he had a little too much vodka in his belly, you know, drinking too much, you know, like being too big-headed, not listening to anybody. And it takes certain experiences in life to humble people. I've been there. Well, I've had to be humbled in life before, you know, and it changes you. And I'm hoping that this is the situation. Unfortunately for him, I got to be honest with you, I feel he's going to be working for this woman. I feel he's working for this woman right now. I'm pretty sure she probably was watching this fight like, yeah, get my money, motherfucker. Like, if it's true. Obviously, I got to keep saying that. But, man, this shit look ugly. You know, and the bad part about it is her name is Jamie Frontz. The bad part about it is I've been reading a lot of, you know, the comments on her shit and everything. And it's like that. Almost like, you know, like racism in a way. You know, what is it called? Jobsism? You know, because, you know, she's a model and all that. Oh, she's a gold digger. Oh, like, I don't like I hate when people just like discriminate or I've been dealing with it like in so many different ways, man. So in regards, it's funny like how this story like fell into my hands in the way to be able to cover it because of what I've been through in regards to like discrimination, no matter of who you are. Now I get it. The first thing I thought was like, oh shit, gold digging bitch. But then I started investigating, and then with me, you know, like going into crime news and shit is one of the things, you know, I'm interested in going forward in the future. And like really looking at it, and I'm like, Kovalev, bruh, it looked like you did this shit. Now, obviously, I give all benefit of the doubt, and I've said before many, many times that I was framed by a woman before. $75,000 bail. Right here, I was doing a live stream. She said I kicked her in the stomach while she was pregnant. Aggravated assault, simple assault. No, aggravated assault, terroristic threat, and violating a restraining order I had against her. She said I beat her up so she wouldn't come to court for me and my girlfriend at the time to testify against her to get this restraining order finalized. And somehow some dickhead cops believed it. But long story short, it went to trial. I ended up getting found. I'm waiting for the goddamn commercial break to be over so we can listen to the post-fight interview. So long story short, we ended up going to trial. You know, it took like a whole year and some change. And during that whole time, obviously, because of my reputation in the past, growing up, I used to be a street enforcer. You would never believe it, obviously, I know. But from that, you know, I was an easy target for somebody to make up some shit. And then me being a recluse, you know, I couldn't make up for my time outside of being on YouTube. Oh, wait, they're back. So I found not guilty because I was on YouTube when she said I had beat her up and she was made a liar. Judge called her a liar right to her fucking face.
On top again. And Alvarez, one defense attempt in and no longer a titleist.
But in this case, she had a broken nose, allegedly.
Heavily favor Sergey Kovalev.
Yeah, he was boxing.
Touch him a little more, said McGirt. Don't worry about
I gotta
looking
fix
for
this
the knockout.
right here. Let me
Well,
fix this.
816 punches thrown in the light heavyweight division.
Here we go.
Good boxing, 213 landed to 111 for Alvarez.
Let's go back.
And there is your winner. And there is Bernardo Osuna ready to go with both men.
Here, listen in.
Thank you very much, Joe. Eleider Alvarez. ¿Qué cambió en esta ocasión? Tiraste nada más 369 golpes. ¿A qué se atribuye? To what do you attribute the loss tonight? You only threw 369 punches.
No tengo excusas. Era mi estrategia, era salir a buscar la pelea. Porque sabíamos que si se iba a decisión, él seguía siendo el favorito. Así que salí a buscar la pelea, así siendo campeón. Quería noquearlo, de verdad. Nuevamente pienso que lo tuve ahí. Pero pienso que hice una buena pelea y tampoco me vi perdedor.
I have no excuses. I know that if it went the distance, he was going to be the favorite, so I tried to go and press the fight, but I have no excuses. I thought I put on a good performance, but just did not get the result. ¿Te viste perdedor o hay que darle crédito porque te boxeó mucho mejor esta vez? Do you see yourself as a just loser, or do you have to give him credit for boxing you all night?
No me vi perdedor. Pienso que tuve adelante varios asaltos. Él también boxeó bien. El último asalto se lo doy a él. Boxeó muy bien. Pero nunca me vi perdedor.
I don't see myself as a loser tonight, but I do give him credit, especially in that 12th round. I think he went out and proved that he wanted to win the fight. Thank
This
you very
dude
much.
in the background, Igis
And now we
Klimas,
have Sergey
I think he's the one
Kovalev.
handling the
Sergey,
shit.
You talked about being different for this fight, both conditioning and in terms of the strategy for the
This guy
rematch.
back here is the man.
How were you able to get the win?
Igis Klimas.
This training camp I took carefully with the help my team, Buddy McGirt and Teddy
He
Cruz.
pulls the strings.
Thank you very much for this, guys. For those guys, you know, they really helped me. They stopped me, overtrained, and it was like a few times, like try to do over. Buddy said me, stop, go home. He saved my energy, and I am happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Now, when you look at the fight itself, there was times when he would tell you, remember to get back to basics. You told us in the fighter meetings the jab was going to be key. What was the key to your victory tonight and keeping calm?
You know, yeah, we worked a lot for my jab because when I turned to pro, my amateur style wasn't like similar like that, look like that, like I worked it today. Always by jab and right hand, like a power shot. And when I turned to pro, my first years was a 5-6 fights a year. You know, I always was in the shape. Then like seldom, less, like, and once one year I fought probably 1 fight a year. You know, like big pause between the fights, big rest, and nobody from the coaches remind my style. You know, and like I started my training camps from the zero, and you saw everybody what happened last fight. You know, and right now we work it with body over my skills what I used to be when I was an amateur.
So now, you bring it back to basics. You're a world champion once again. There's a lot of talent at 175. This was a fight that meant a lot to your career. A loss maybe could have meant you would have to think about hanging him up. Who do you want to unify this belt with at 175?
You know, for me it doesn't matter. Like it's like just who's ready for unification fight. You know, like I'm here to make a history for myself, for my boxing fans. You know, like I
the belts all split up.
Like, with a champion, I want to fight with a champion in my division. Shoot a unification fight. Any fighter like who's ready. Dmitry Bivol, like who's like better be. Yeah, I want them. Yeah, I'm one of them.
All right, so the future is bright for Sergey Kovalev, who once again is world champion.
You know, it's interesting to note because you see the team right behind him that includes Egis Klimas, the outstanding manager who now manages 2 light heavyweight champions because he also has Alexander Gvozdyk as well. He's one of the most powerful guys in all of boxing. He's also the manager of the Fighter of the Year, Vasily Lomachenko.
So listen, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that, you know, okay, Alexander Gvozdyk is supposed to return the end of March here in Philly. You know, so I am going to try to go to that fight, because I'm thinking that we're going to get Kovalev versus Gvozdyk at the end of this year sometime. Well, mid-year. You know, we're in January. You know, probably June, July, no later than June, July, because they're probably going to want Kovalev fighting 3 times a year. Like I said, he's got some legal issues he's got to sort out. You know? He's supposed to go to court in March for these legal issues. And, you know, like I said, the shit is ugly. You know, I'm happy for him to an extent, but I'm not going to be happy for him if he's a woman beater. And also on the other end of things, if we find out this woman's lying, which truth be told, my honest to God feeling is, unfortunately for Kovalev, from what I've seen, I don't think she's lying. But hey, I'm not the motherfucking judge. I'm not the police. I didn't see no pictures, no nothing. I understand how people feel. So I'm playing it on the fence. All I'm saying is this. It's like one of these motherfuckers, when we find out whoever's lying, or if I hear they settled out of court, then Kovalev, then the court of public opinion is going to be out on you. Especially to me, I'm going to be like, yo. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Artur Beterbiev is, wait, where is it? He's with Top Rank? Wait, he did go to ESPN, right? Top Rank. Okay, so the Beterbiev fight is out there. It's just Bivol is over on the zone for now, facing Joe Smith. So listen, it's got to be unifications. It's time. He's got to get his best time. You know, and Kovalev has the skills. In regards to, you know, Beterbiev, you know, Bivol may still be a little bit too green, but Kovalev, you know, he can box. He can legit fight. You know? Now, in regards to knockouts or anything, I mean, knockdowns or anything, nobody was really hurt. You know, nobody was hurt. It was, you know, a couple of good spots in the fight, you know, for Kovalev. In regards to Alvarez, you know, it seems as though, you know, the second half of the fight, the 6th round, you know, and particularly, he kept, you know, going for the big shot, and it just wasn't working out for him. And Kovalev, you know, we've seen that he can go to the body. Wasn't it Capriella, I forgot how to pronounce his name, that he knocked out or he put down with like a jab to the body? But Kovalev has a high ring IQ. He just doesn't use it. It's talking about Buddy McGirt.
But again, who he is as a person.
I thought I'd be saying Teofimo Lopez stole the show tonight because he was sensational, but this was Sergey Kovalev's night. It's a shocking result. I hope people understand this is a shocking result. Mark had an article on Kovalev that cited the history of boxing, really. There are so few examples of the bully who's been undressed and then comes back to do something like this. The reason we play armchair psychologist in these situations is because that's what we've been taught, that the bully will fold. Kovalev boxed beautifully. He boxed beautifully.
But he had, if you look at the situation, like I said, that he's in, he got to get his shit together. He got to get that bread right. Period. If you don't know the story, I did a whole video on it, man. And I think that TMZ is sitting on more information, but they peppering that shit out. I'm not stupid. I've seen it happen before. But anyway, we got to go. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.